What's going on, y'all? Rap Critic here. And, well, I've been listening to N.W.A's first album, Straight Outta Compton, and thinking about how that was deemed dangerous, poisonous filth that only served to glorify drugs, gangster culture, and demeaning women. And, well, I couldn't help but think about how the complaints about their music compares to the complaints about rap music today. I mean, for all the things I have to say about gangster rap today, would I think the same thing of the now golden age gangster rap songs if I listened to them like they came out this year? Is it really worth all the praise we give it now? Or would they sound indistinguishable if you took them lyric for lyric? Honestly, listening back to Straight Outta Compton, it's a very flawed album. Like, for every gangsta and dope man about the realities of their lives in Compton, you get songs that are kinda terrible in retrospect.
Feel the groove, bust the move.
Yo, I'm tired. What about you?
Man, this is something to dance to.
Yeah, this is how they decided to end Straight Outta Compton. The album that offended people all across America by the world's most dangerous group ended with giving us a limp dance jam as the outro. It was, more innocent time. And besides, a group that was controversial enough to prompt the FBI to send them a warning letter about their content had to be doing something right, so let's take a look at Fuck the Police by N.W.A. and see how it still holds up.
N.W.A court is in full effect. Judge Dre residing. In the case of N.W.A versus the police department.
Now the first cool thing about this song is the revenge power fantasy setup. After years of black men and women being at the mercy of racially biased courts and judges, N.W.A are flipping the script in the song and finally taking police authority to task for their crimes of injustice. Something that they did not feel was happening in real life at all, saying that on a normal day in their city, you'd see people killed and brutally attacked by cops, and well, what the hell are they gonna do about it? What, take a cop to court? You know, the same power structure that pays his salary and whose legal integrity would further come into question if this cop was indeed brought to justice? Yeah, I think it's safe to say that some people within that power structure might not want that to happen. Ice Cube then gives his testimony.
Fuck the police coming straight from the underground. A young nigga got it bad cause I'm brown.
He was never a man to mince words.
And not the other color, so police think they have the authority to kill a minority. Searching my car, looking for the product, thinking every nigga is selling narcotics.
And Cube here sets it off perfectly, describing quite succinctly his problems with the cops. He's tired of the racial bias that allows police to break into the homes of people of color, hem them up on police vehicles, and shoot them in the face because of suspicion. A suspicion no doubt founded by white police officers having a history of mistreating black people. And I want to make this abundantly clear, there's a history of this happening. It didn't just start in 2014. For real, did you think all of the racist, corrupt law enforcement that were beating the crap out of black people during the civil rights movement were only in some exclusive, racist asshole division of their department and were immediately fired afterwards? No, those guys all still had their jobs after the civil rights movement ended, and still held sway over the next generation of law enforcement.
Fuck that shit cause I ain't the one for a punk motherfucker with a badge and a gun to be beaten on and thrown in jail.
And here Ice Cube saying he's not going to be one of those statistics, refusing to bow down to any man just because he has a badge.
Be the police out of shape, and when I finish, bring the yellow tape. And when I finish, it's gonna be a bloodbath of cops.
Oh, did you hear that? Yeah, forget the parts about being treated unequally and racially profiled. Nah, people decided to use some more of that selective hearing I've talked about before. Ice Cube said, I'm gonna kill cops sometimes because it's so unfair how a police officer can abuse his authority and get away with it just because he has a badge. And the only thing the political leaders of that time heard was, I'm gonna kill cops. N.W.A just want to kill all cops for absolutely no reason. They just want to rebel irrationally without any underlying motivation whatsoever.
Fuck the police and Red said it with authority. Because the niggas on the street is a majority of gang. It's with whoever I'm stepping.
Now I do like how MC Ren flips a couple of expectations on their head, saying, no, as someone who's experienced all this hatred, I'm the one who's speaking with authority, in order to parallel what we commonly refer to police officers as, and saying, you may call us a minority, but on these streets, we are the collective. We are the majority here, so you better respect us.
Lights start flashing behind me, but they're scared of a nigga, so they mace me to blind me. But that shit don't work, I just laugh.
Yeah, this must really be a revenge fantasy, because being sprayed with mace is nothing to laugh at. I remember one time I sprayed mace at arm's length far away from my face because I was a stupid kid who wanted to see what color it was, and I still ended up crying for about 8 minutes. That shit hurts.
But take off the gun so you can see what's up, and we'll go at it, punk, and I'ma fuck you up. Think you think I'ma kick your ass, but drop your gat, and Red's gonna blast.
Really? Do you really think you're gonna pull an action movie climax trope on a cop and convince him to put down his gun and fight you like a man? Yeah, see how well that works out for you. Put down your weapon! Nah, how about about we both put down our weapons and fight like that? It's a stupid for real. After the first couple of lines, I don't dig MC Ren's verse as much, because it starts to deviate away from the main point of the song so far. I mean, for all the acts of violence he talks about towards law enforcement, the reasoning behind the Rage in Q's verse is the fact that he's being profiled because he's not the gangster the police perceive him as. And then saying, damn, I wish I could get revenge. But for MC Ren's verse, he paints himself as the guy who actually should be arrested.
I'm sneaky as fuck when it comes to crime.
Like I mentioned in my Riding episode by Chameleonaire, I can't be as sympathetic about you being profiled as someone who's breaking the law if you're, well, actually breaking the law. And the same kind of goes for Eazy-E's verse as well. And I want to be on their side, I really do, but they kind of make it hard after a while.
Shining the light in my face, and for what? Maybe it's because I kick so much, but I kick gas.
Yeah, cops just want to stop him because he's doing well for himself and getting paid.
Or maybe because I blast on a stupid ass nigga when I'm playing with the trigger of an Uzi or an AK.
Or maybe because you shot someone while playing around with assault rifles. I think that second one's more likely the issue right now.
Jury has found you guilty of being a redneck, white bread, chicken shit motherfucker.
Wait, that's a lie! That's a goddamn lie!
And after this racially motivated sentencing based on obviously biased information from corrupted individuals, the officers sent to jail screaming for justice, for fairness and equality. Join the club, Overall, despite its inconsistency, I give the song a 4 out of 5. The energy and rage in the song still shines through after 25 years and still gets you hyped up, including the skits. Its iconic status still holds up, especially on Ice Cube's end as a rapper and Dr. Dre and DJ Yellow's end as producers, concerning forceful flow and hard-hitting beats. And yes, now that you've left your comment about how all police aren't like that, I want to quote the best response I've ever heard to that phrase. We get it. Not all police choke a man to death after he tries to break up a fight and never gets indicted for it. Not all police shoot unarmed teens in the back and go unpunished for it. Not all police fire 41 shots at a man who's not only unarmed, but completely innocent of any crime related to his death since he wasn't the suspect they thought he was. Not all police are extortionists or thieves or rapists or some dishonorable, hypocritical, racist-ass, power-tripping, small having low-life, degenerate pieces of shit. However, we're not just talking about police that do heinous acts. We're talking about a system that allows them to do it without seeing any jail time. Also, fuck some of the police, it just doesn't have the same ring to it.